What is happening, Blades? And welcome to Behind the Ramble. So, this is the old Jimmy Ramble channel, which covered a little bit of everything. This is going to be a lot more focused. So, it was originally planned to be like a bit of a experimental development ground for new shows and, testing out whether things would work on the main channel. Well, I've already got that, really, because we've got such a great community and WhatsApp group and things like that. I can throw ideas out in there, or I can ask for contributions in there, and I'll know what works, and we can try it on our Patreon streams. And if they don't work, or people don't particularly like that content, then we don't have to do it. So I've got that experimental format. This is more. I get so many people that want to come on and join us, that want to um, but it's a huge step from watching somebody on YouTube and thinking, yeah, I'd love to be able to come on and say my bit. And a lot of people do in the comments, but to get on screen, which is something I'm keen on encouraging as many people that want to do it as possible. It's about helping you build your confidence. It's about how I did it. And this is not certainly, I've come a long way, which I'm very proud of. And a lot of that is down to the people that have supported me. But I'm certainly not the finished article. I would never claim to be. I don't think anybody ever is, really. But this is going to be a little bit of a peek behind the scenes in terms of how I prepare for things, how I think about things in terms of what's going to go into the ramble, how we do thumbnails, how we set up before we go live. What do we do if we go down without? How do I create the little video montages that you see for intro videos for my mountain, Dave the Nose, the new intro video for this channel? I can talk to you about all of that. That's no problem. It's also a little bit about me, which won't be too self-indulgent because I'm not. That's not me, and I'm not comfortable talking about myself. But what I want to do is I've got some big opportunities coming in 2025 that I'm very appreciative of, and I want to improve my appearance. And this is quite humbling to talk about, but I'm trying to be brave and talk to people about things I'm uncomfortable talking about, so that you feel comfortable too. And we did a fitness journey earlier in middle of the year over the summer with one of our ramblers at the time, Steve Marsden, and a lot of ramblers were or a fair few ramblers were on a fitness kick with us. And the wheels fell off very quickly for me with that. And Steve's then since moved on, and I'm not sure how many are still going with that. I don't think there'll be an awful lot still going, because in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I really struggle to get motivated. And I really struggle to sort of keep myself accountable. And that's a huge thing. And to some degree, and for a lot of people, this WhatsApp group that we'd created for the fitness journey was great, and it kept people accountable, but we were a finite amount of time, which these things usually are. But I thought it might be interesting and a different way of doing it. And this is not going to cost anybody any money or anything like that. But it's more, why don't we do it together? I am, as Billy Sharp would say, Billy Sharp was known as the fat lad from Sheffield. I'm a fat lad from Wakefield. So I am not the finished article. I am not where I want to be. Rather than have someone who's in great shape, who is obviously walks the walk and talks the talk, it feels to me to be unattainable to get to that stage. So I want to improve my fitness and my body shape. I haven't got a clue about how to do it. So this is not me pitching to teach anybody how to do it. What I'm saying is I'm going to make a conscious effort. This will be after Christmas because it's coming up to the worst time to try and get fit. So we've got a few weeks to prepare for this. But in the new year, I want to make a conscious effort to be accountable on this channel, because this will be one of the sort of series that we're looking to do. And what I want is for any of you out there that want to join me, and then we can look back, can't we? We can have accountability between ourselves, whether that's taking photos, which nobody's obliged to do, befores and afters and things like that. Or I'm not going to ask anybody for their weight stories or anything like that. But I think as accountable as you can be is really important. And I think I know through growing the Blades Ramble community how important that support from others is. So if anybody wants to do it, we'll sort some details out on that. Just let me know in the comments whether you'd be interested in something like that. But that's just one thing. Other things are, how do I get sponsorships, or, how do I get better at certain things? Well, it's a lot of work. In all honesty, it's a lot of work. How do I balance everything? Life, work, the ramble, a lot of work. It's really hard. So I think it's going to be interesting to some people. And if you've ever thought about participating on a YouTube channel or starting your own YouTube channel, then I want you to be a part of this growing community behind the ramble, because I'll talk to anybody about how I do stuff. It's not really stuff I can cover on the main channel, because obviously we're all so passionate about Sheffield United over there. There's a lot to talk about, and that's the main reason people are there, to talk about the football club. But this is a little bit about the mechanics behind the ramble. There's other things, like recently I've brought in Dave the Nose Leary, Paul Man Mountain, and asked them really, but they've obviously shown willing as well, and I'm very appreciative that they have, to come on more often. And because at the moment it's a huge undertaking to do on your own, and you'll see that as these videos go on, and I'll talk to you about it in more depth a little bit. But I want to get to the point where I don't have to be on every single ramble. There's not a necessity that I must be on. I understand that, that's what people are used to seeing, but hopefully, I know that Paul and Dave can produce quality content. I know they can, because they've done it alongside me. So as long as the barometer of the ramble for me was and will always be, it has to be content that I enjoy. I never want it to be formulaic. I don't ever want it to be just, the same old thing churned out week after week, and that would bore me to tears. And that's why we're forever tweaking stuff. So if you really like something, it's important to let me know. If you really don't like something, I don't mind hearing that either. It might hurt my feelings a little bit, but I'd rather you were honest with me as an audience. So that's just a little bit of what this channel, this Behind the Ramble channel, is going to be about. We're on a mission to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Because of its previous life as the Jimmy Ramble channel, we've already got around 450. So if you are interested in what we're doing, then do please give us a like and share and subscribe. But it'll be a little bit different to the Blades Ramble, and we'll start to document a bit more of our journey as a growing channel, because I think it's really interesting, and I would have liked to have seen this process from other channels that I like as I was starting out. So fingers crossed it's something you'd be interested in. And I need a new ending, but for now, come on, you red and white wizards. Up the blade.